Gentleman that worked with the Pakistani government. His job was to get to know and negotiate with those tribes in the foothills between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Most everyone had only lived their entire lives in war. And he talked about the importance of stories of peaceful times. And that just stuck in my head, and it stuck in my head, and it made me think of the importance of paintings, of peaceful times. I grew up in Santa Barbara. I knew at a very young age just how special this place is. You get up in the morning and you'd go out and your mom would say, "I'll see you at dark." They started to develop. When I look back on it, there was no discussion about it. It was just this kind of, I guess, like trauma, like it must have happened to the Chumash. And as young kids, we used to go out at night, or on the weekends, and we'd try to tear these things down. Later on, I realized that wasn't going to do any good. It wasn't going to stop that from happening. I got this idea that by making paintings of things, that was the right thing to do. The stories of peaceful times, paintings of peaceful times, tells people that haven't experienced it that it can be like that it was like that. And I think it tells us that it can be like that. And it reminds us of where we want to go, of what we want to do, of who we want to be. We would take a group of students every summer up to the Sedgwick Reserve and camp there. I would wake everybody up with a cowbell before dawn, and they'd have to go out and paint the sunrise, and then they'd have to paint the sunset. This one student said, I didn't realize that the sun went down in a different place than it came up. This is a college student, and this is real. She wasn't kidding. I made this giant painting of the Coral Casino from the beach before they remodeled it, because that view of the tower was so extraordinary. Like every 10th person that walked by would say, "Where's that?" They'd never seen it. And a lot of times you don't see something until somebody points it out to you. What I like to do is I like just to go outside and see what's going on. And when you go outside and sit in nature, nature's moving. Everything is moving. When you drive by in the car, everything is standing still. So I was painting in this view, and there was this little post, and this lizard was there almost every day that I was painting, doing push-ups to attract females. And there was this beautiful white egret that was walking around too, so I did some paintings of the egret. One day I was out there painting, I was looking and I was wondering, where's that lizard? He's not here today. And I looked over and I saw the egret with the lizard in its mouth. And there was something about that. It was just a silhouette. It was an image. But I realized that I was seeing that, in this ancient, primal kind of way. What a way to go, I guess. I think of all those poor women hanging around waiting for him, watching. I believe that the job of the artist is to create the world. I just finished this big painting for the new Gaviota Valley Hospital, and it's a view from Coal Oil Point looking up towards Point Conception. So it really is a view about the Gaviota Coast. I mean, there's a certain ego involved in believing that I can make a painting of a beach that's going to make somebody want to preserve it, But I think that what I can do is I can have the conversation be about the beach, and at least have it be about that instead of about the latest clickbait, that's on the Daily Kos or Slate. It's what I know I can do. I know, because I've been doing this long enough and people spend money to buy my paintings, I know that they like looking at them, they like to buy them, and I know that they inspire people, and that it has helped some students and changed their lives. I tell my students that what they paint, the images that they make, is really creating the dialogue. It's creating the way that we see the world, the way that we look at the world. I'm a big optimist. I'm really a big optimist. I believe that good triumphs over evil. I believe in possibilities. And you know, I believe in this incredible kind of life force